Okay, I'm going to go through the steps on how to make this part on Inventor. As we look at this part, there's a number of ways I could do this. I'm going to make it in like 4 different steps, but I'll come back to this shape just to talk about some of the things we could do. So I do a new standard IPT. Open up a new standard IPT. I'm going to start by drawing a 2-point rectangle. And I'm just going to come up here because I'm going to have to dimension it. So I click on my dimension. I'm going to do the bottom side of it, which is 2 squares high. So I make that each square is 0.25, so I'm going to make it 0.5, half an inch on this side. And then this one is 2, 4, 6, 7 squares. So that is 7 times 0.25, which is 1.75, or you can do 7 times 0.25, like that. And when I click the check mark, it'll tell me it's 1.75. I finished my sketch, and now I'm going to extrude it. And I'm going to extrude it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Again, you can do 5 times 0.25, or you could do 1.25, which is what it would end up being. So this is my base. This is the, this thing right here is, if I go back to my drawing, it's this section, just this bottom section right here. So I come back to Inventor, and now I'm going to sketch on the, I'm going to create sketch, and just click this top part, and click on the top. So I've got that. I click on the top button, so I'm looking straight at it. I'm going to extrude this top part first. So I'm going to click rectangle. I'm going to go till I see the green dot, click, and come over here somewhere till I snap to that side and click that. Now I dimension the side of it. Best way to know I got is click this line, come over here. It is 2 squares, which means that is 0.5. So I'm just going to put in 0.5. I don't need to do 2 times 0.25. So that, I finished my sketch. And so that's what I've got there. So now I'm going to extrude. I click on the top of this, and I'm going to extrude it 1, 2, 3 squares, which I know 3 times 0.25 is 0.75. And there you can see, now you can get an idea that that's what it is. So now we just have to cut out this part here and this part here. You can only do them one at a time. So I click on sketch, click on the front of this, click over here so I'm looking straight at it, and now I need to click here somewhere and go over here somewhere. And then I just need to dimension it. I'm going to need several dimensions here. I need this one, which is 1 square, so 0.25. I need from here to here is 1 square, 0.25. And then I need this one. Is also going to be 0.25. Okay? So now that's all the dimensions I need. I don't need to dimension the width of this, because if this is and this one are dimensioned, this must be. Finish my sketch. Turn it so I can see it better. Click extrude. I click this, but now I don't want to extrude. I want to cut. So I click this button here. You can see that it goes in the opposite direction, goes all the way through. I could put a number here, but I don't need to. And I click OK. Now you can see it's really getting close. One more. Create sketch. Click on the top of this. Rotate so I'm looking straight at it. Again, a rectangle. Click here. Come over here. I don't want to snap that. I'm going to click somewhere like this. And this is where, let me back up and show you this. You can see this little dot here, which is the middle. If I click to that, if I make my rectangle so that it snaps to that like that, I can't change this dimension. If I try to dimension from here to here, and I want to make it 0.5, oh, it does work. Okay, good. Well, let's just change that, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3 squares, 0.75. There's a number of ways I could dimension this rest of it. I'm going to dimension the width of it. Click this line, and it is 1 square, so I'm going to make that 0.25. Sometimes people would stop here, and if you stop here, I don't know if you can tell, but this is not centered. Watch what happens when I add this one last dimension from here to here and make that 0.5. You'll see that it moves a little bit. And I could put a dimension here, but it's already going to tell me. I already know it's going to work. In fact, it will come up with a window that says that this would over-constrain it. So yeah, it's thinking right now. It's going to tell me, no, I don't need that constraint. So I just cancel it, finish my sketch, extrude. Again, I don't want to extrude, I want to cut. It's going all the way through, so I don't need to put a number there. And there you can see my part. Looks exactly like this part. Everything is exactly the same. Now, I can go through, since I've got time, I'm going to save this as ISO 1, just to save it there. And I'm going to go through making a dimension orthographic, because I want you to do that too. So, now I come up here to New, and I'm going to do a standard IDW. Double click on that. My window will come up. Looks like that. So now I click on Base. I click on this folder right here, this button. I want my ISO 1. Okay, now let's see. Oh, that's really small. So let's change the scale here. I think 3:1 might work for this one. So we'll go 3:1. I bring it right here and I click. And wait for it to work. Will work its magic. Okay. Then I come straight up and I click here. That's my top view. I come over here. I click here. That's my right side view. Come up here and I click again. Then I right click, create. Perfect size. So do the 3:1 when you do yours. I right click inside of this, edit view, check the blue cylinder there to color it in, and then I want to add my dimensions. Okay? Let me show you where you should have some dimensions here. I want to have this dimension right here. I'm going to zoom in on that. And you'll notice that it goes from dotted to solid. I'm going to do dotted line here. I need a dimension from here to here. Like that. That gives me that. I'm going to come up here. And now I need to have a number of dimensions. I'm going to go from here to here. And I'm going to do this is what's called chaining dimensions, where they all come off the same one line like this. And it looks really nice in drafting. A lot of times you'll see this. And we're going to try to do more of that. And so I'm going to do from here to here. And from here to here. Oops, I'm going to put that out there because I also need from here. I could have done, and you could have done these a couple of different ways, but I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do some dimensions here. I don't like to dimension off of these hidden lines. I like to dimension off of regular lines. So I'm going to dimension this one right here. And I think that's all the dimensions I need. I believe that's everything that I need. And so what you've got, so there's my fuller dimension isometric IDW. This is what you're going to be printing out and turning into me. And it should have the dimensions in the same places, and they should be the same numbers as mine. They should all be multiples of 0.25, because every square is that. So that's how to make that part, and I think we're done. Good luck.